God, I hate you. I'd be $400 richer if I never met you and you try to make a monkey out of me. We'll see how that works. In for a penny, in for a pound.
No more Mr. Nice Guy.
Well, hello glue troopers, and tonight there's not going to be polish on the video. It's me and my spray painting gear. Freedom! And I still got background noise because I can't shut off the AC even though I got the door open, because I got everything gassing out and I don't want the temperature to rise, because right now I've got it set for good temperature for everything to dry with the fan going to help blow dry. So here's the dealio. Went to Hurricane Hobbies, got almost another $100 worth of paint and primer, and came back, and this time no more Mr. Nice Guy. Went ahead and bought a pad sander attachment from a drill and went to it, and it were not pretty. But never give up, never surrender. I was just like, it was bugging me how nasty everything looked. I'm like, you know what, if it's gonna look like crap, then what you got to lose, right? Put the swirly mash on it. Grind that thing like a diamond. Well, started with the went all the way down to 80 grit, and went all the way up to 400 grit to try and smooth it out. A lot of the old stuff that had already on there had to come off. I'm using stripper and isopropyl to clean it with and everything, just trying to get as much of the gunk out of the way that I already put in, trying to smooth it out. Didn't get all the way down to bare plastic, but I definitely gouged it. But what happened was, in a lot of cases, the actual old putty and paint would gum up, and then of course the pad sander would heat up, and it would score it on, so I'd wind up with these really hard lumps, and I had to chisel that off or grind it very smoothly and get it off it. The biggest problem was getting through the coatings I had put on there, but got it all done and cleaned it up, and there were some gouges, which are just going to be meteor strikes or meteorite strike, whatever. And I could try to smooth a little putty over them, but after a while you're like, this is the 6th time. You know what? The hardest thing to do is to make a smooth surface out of this. So nothing but respect to those who've done it, especially the late great Boyd from Trek Works, who did such a beautiful job on his. Go look it up if you see if I can't put a link below. But then again, he was using auto body stuff, and he had all the professional gear and everything. And I'm not making excuses. That's actually what prompted me to go get the pad sander. But once I got down to the 400 grit and we started block sanding, it was starting to actually look better. One seam that just will not go away because it's actually a lip, and even though I've smoothed over it, it's just on a smooth surface, you know, a lip, even if you build it up, it's going to show, it's going to cast a shadow, so that's that. But I finally cleaned it all up, just the top side, then primed it. It looked okay. Saw some blemishes, like, nah, those swirly patterns are still standing out too much. So back with the block sander this time. I might have pad sanded that with 400 grit just to break it up, but finally got something. I mean, it's better than it was, so I'm going to call this a nominal success, but we ain't there yet. So right now I was going to just wait till tomorrow to put the first coat of aluminum gloss on it, but since the final primer coat on the top looked okay, went in, flipped it over, ground down the bottom, which I wasn't going to do till tomorrow, but I figured let's just do it while it's nothing but primer, and sanded that up. And it's still an unholy mess, but it's, again, better than it was. And then flipped it over, wiped it down one more time. Go ahead and hit it with 1 can of the aluminum, which it takes exactly 1 regular rattle can to do that whole top. And it'll do the same for the bottom, so I bought like 4 cans. But of course the lip around the edge will be a darker shade as per the movie. But this has been one of the biggest grunts, and I had a feeling it would be. I think it's one reason I kind of hedged on it. As far as the interior goes, which will be a separate display, I am going to, or I did print several different of the 3 rings that go into the astrogator's table. The decal set, that's the one thing I didn't include and really should have. And again, I tried stenciling, but it just, old hands, old eyes, I just couldn't get it to look right. I could put these on tape, put them down and use them to stencil and get a compass, but I'm like, you know what, it's just easy to make a decal, or I'm going to take the paper and tack it down. If it looks good enough, I'll just glue the paper print down. You'll never know because it's under the table. And you really can't see down in there that well. I might put some lights inside the thing, but we'll see how it goes. If I'm really proud of how the inside looks, I'll stick a few LEDs in there, and if I'm not, I won't. Because I'm basically planning to make like a simulator for training out of it, that idea, so I'll build up probably some kind of structure around the outside of it, put some ladders and viewing ports over the glass bubble, that way the glass bubble stays glass. Of course, I can't finish this until Ken 3D prints me the dome. Ken. So the bottom is going to be a whole nother story. The engine, I was talking with Steve's Model Mania about that. If you guys look, I know the lighting kits, they have the light spin in circles, but that's not actually the way the engine works. That cage on the bottom spins around. The lights are actually stationary. The cage moves. In the 1-to-144 kit, they actually give you that cage, and some guys have motorized it, so they can just stick a light in there, spin the cage, and it looks good, like it's supposed to. We'll see how it works. The tentative plan at the moment is to put one thin coat of aluminum on the outside of the bottom dome, something that a light can penetrate, but when it's in the shadow, it'll look like aluminum. And then build a cage to go inside it and spin that, and then just put a red and a blue light in there, and red for when they're descending, blue when they're in anti-gravity mode. And that way you'll have the cage spin like it's supposed to. We'll see if it goes that far. Anyway, that's what I got for right now, guys. My ankle is actually sore, and I realized it's from leaning on it while I was doing all this work today. I was like, why is my ankle sore? I'm sitting in a chair, and I'm leaning over on that ankle, and I'm like, wow, I'm getting old. I'm injuring myself working on models. I'm getting joint pain. But I put in a lot. I mean, Boyd had said it was like 5 hours of buffing to get that thing down, to get the way he looked, and I have put in, I don't know how much, maybe that much, maybe not, but he wasn't kidding. And he had power tools. So anyway, okay, that's what I got for tonight. You guys take care of yourselves, and as always, model on. I was mostly done. Mostly. Never give up. Never surrender. No stupid model is beating me. Surrender hell. I have not yet begun to sand.